Welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Online Dating, the ultimate roadmap for Catholic and Christian men looking to master the modern dating landscape without compromising their values. If you're tired of swiping endlessly, sending messages that get ignored, or wondering if online dating is even worth the effort, you're not alone. The dating world has changed dramatically. For many of us, it can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. With the right strategy, a solid understanding of human psychology, and a faith-driven approach, you can attract the right kind of woman, one who aligns with your values, your purpose, and your vision for the future. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm here to guide you through every step to the online dating journey. From setting up a compelling profile to navigating first conversations, avoiding scams, and landing that crucial first date. I'll be giving you all the insights, strategies, and secrets to make online dating work for you. So whether you're completely new to this or you've been on apps before but haven't had much success, stick around because this is the only guide you'll ever need. Let's talk about why this podcast exists. Maybe you've tried online dating before and felt like it was a waste of time. Maybe you've been ghosted after what seemed like a great conversation, or perhaps you're hesitant to even start because you're worried about getting scammed or dealing with women who don't share your values or faith. Trust me, I get that. Dating today is nothing like it was 10, 15, or even 20 years ago. Back then, you met someone through mutual friends at church or in your local community. You got to know them organically, build a connection, and things progress naturally. But in the digital age, everything has changed. Today, over 40% of couples meet online. That means you're not at least considering online dating. That means if you're not at least considering online dating, you're missing out on one of the highest ways people connect. But here's the thing, online dating isn't just about swiping or sending clever messages. It's about strategy. It's about understanding what works and what doesn't. And most importantly, it's about approaching with the right mindset. And that's exactly what we're going to cover in this podcast. So what can you expect from this course? Over the next 20 episodes, we're going to break down everything step by step. Here's a sneak peek at what's coming up. In episode 2, we're crafting a profile that stands out. We'll cover how to create a profile that gets attention from the right women and avoids common mistakes that turn them away. Episode 3, choosing the right dating app. Not all dating apps are created equal. We'll explore which ones are best for Catholic and Christian men looking for serious relationships. Episode 4, the psychology of attraction. What really makes women interested in your profile? What are the key things that separate a high-value man from someone who gets ignored? Episode 5, messaging strategy. From first message to first date, you'll learn exactly what to say, how to keep women engaged in conversation, and how to avoid the dead-end chat trap. Episode 6, spotting scams, catfish, and red flags. We'll make sure you're protected from time wasters, scammers, and women who aren't serious about real relationships. Episode 7, moving on from online to offline, the first call or video chat. Before you meet in person, it's important to have a game plan. We'll talk about how to gauge interest, build connection, and set up the first date with confidence. Episode 8, planning the first date. Where should you go? What should you wear? How should you structure the date to make sure it's a success? Episode 9, confidence, mindset, and faith in dating. We'll cover how your faith and masculinity play a role in how you present yourself in the dating world, and so much more. By the end of this podcast series, you'll be armed with all the tools, knowledge you need to go from confused and frustrated to confident and successful. Before we dive into the step-by-step process, let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes most men make in online dating. 1. Having a boring or generic profile. A weak profile will sink your chances before you even get start. If you don't stand out, you'll blend in, and that means 0 matches, 0 conversations, and 0 dates. 2. Over texting or under messaging. A lot of guys make the mistake of texting too much before meeting which kills attraction. Others barely engage, leading to a conversation that fizzles out. We'll fix both. 3. Not screening for compatibility early on. If you waste time on women who aren't serious, aren't aligned with your values, or have red flags, you're setting yourself up for disappointment and frustration. Not leading the interaction. Women are drawn to men who take the lead in a conversation. In date planning, if you're unsure of how to naturally lead, don't worry. We'll cover it in depth. Rushing or moving too slowly. There's a balance between showing interest and maintaining mystery. We'll talk about the ideal pacing for online dating success. I want to be clear, this podcast is not about manipulation, game playing, or quick hookups. If you're looking for tactics to trick women into liking you, this is the wrong place. This is about helping high-quality Catholic and Christian men find high-quality Catholic and Christian women with honesty, integrity, and competence. The goal here is to help you become the best version of yourself so that when you do meet the right woman, you'll be ready to build something real. So my challenge to you is this: commit to this process. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. But if you're willing to put in the effort and take action, you'll be miles ahead of most men in the online dating world. If you're ready to start this journey, make sure you subscribe to the podcast, because the next episode, we're diving straight into creating a profile that gets results. Thanks for tuning in to the Gentleman's Guide to Online Dating. I'm Chris, and I'll see you in the next episode.